Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlickers, shills, death slayers, pests, vessels, minions, meat sacks, election deniers. I'm Useful Idiot, welcome. And a huge scandal is broken. And of course, my bottom line I'll just get to now. This huge scandal's been revealed about ActBlue, and nobody will be held accountable, and nothing will be done about it. And it's heavily documented, very specific and provable guilt, and nothing will be done about it, and nobody will be held accountable. So the story is basically how the Democrats, and of course, let me remind you, the Democrats always deny all the election fraud, and there's all kinds of mechanisms for election fraud. We see it all the time, ballot harvesting being one, and but this whole idea of funneling foreign money to the Democrats, basically using identity theft, is as scandalous as it gets. And so this whole story is broken now, once again, conveniently, when this past election is over and Trump is going to go into office. And I doubt if anything will happen retroactively either. But the thing that is really insane about this, it's been going on for 20 years. And basically what's happening is foreign governments like China, Russia, Iran, and Venezuela basically use straw donors. They take people who are already on the donor roster, small donors, and they use their names and identities to funnel money into the election system using straw donors. And just between 2021 and 2022 alone, $2.24 billion was funneled into Democratic machinery using these straw donors from foreign governments and what they call ghost donors, and essentially bribes as well. But just astounding. 20 years this has been going on, and the fact that it can go on 20 years without anybody blowing the whistle earlier is astounding in itself. But once again, I go to the hubris and hypocrisy of the DNC and their faithful rodent minions in the media, all denying that there's any kind of election interference and complaining about election interference and denying that there's any election fraud. And it's not like the Democrats don't have enough money. I mean, Kamala blew through over $2 billion in 14 months. And so it's not like they don't have enough money, but it's just never enough. And of course, a lot of this money is just going to go straight into the pockets of Democratic politicians. But I reiterate, and I have to reiterate over and over, 20 years this has been going on. An easy system to use, an easy system to detect, and yet here we are. It's finally coming out, and of course, my bottom line is always, nobody will be held accountable. Nobody's going to go to jail. The money's already in the pockets of Democratic politicians and has run through the system, and yet we have the Democrats constantly complaining about election interference. And of course, all the election interference they complain about, Russiagate, etc., is all fraud and hoax. And now we have the real thing, and nobody's going to have to answer for it. And this is election fraud and illegal campaign money and illegal money going to the DNC on just an incredible level. And here we are. So no wonder so few have any faith in the system, and they shouldn't, because every kind of fraud, every kind of scheme that can be dreamed of is being done, and nobody will ever answer for it. I'm a useful idiot, don't you be one too? And in this case, I really mean it.